皆さんご安全に、やまけいです。ゲーム実況 NBA2K20 試合やっていきたいと思います。さあ、しまっていこう。
Well, closing out the calendar year, watching the NBA, Clark, it is a nice way to put a bow on it, isn't it?
Oh, it sure is. I mean, the league just continues to grow in popularity. There's a lot of good momentum across the league, not only domestically, but globally. And the leadership is outstanding. Adam Silver and his staff, star power across the board with young, talented players. The NBA has got an awful lot going for it, and it's quite nice to be part of that fraternity and to sit back as a fan now and enjoy these current day stars play the game the way they're playing.
Now here's Walker. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shea with the bucket.
Yeah, he salvaged the possession there, did Shea. Some good hard work on the glass that time.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Utah. Now the dish to Mitchell. From the arc. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Jay. It's Gay on the way. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
Boy, I love seeing Gay go right up with the shot off the pass. No wasted motion.
Now Conley. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Sacramento. They double-team Conley. Passes it to Olynyk. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Gobert. Rebounded by the Spurs.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Count it.
Boy, a good example of attacking basketball on the open court. Jay busting out and finishing on the break.
On offense, here are the Jazz. 4-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Now here is Aldridge. Following the miss by Michael Conley. Aldridge, the pass to Walker. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score.
He gets that deep position, and he puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
It's been a slow start here for Utah. They trail by 7. Aldridge against Bogdanovich. Gobert dishes to Bogdanovich.
Okay.
Mitchell against Walker. Over in the corner, Conley. To end the run. Not going to go that time. Good D by Rubio. And with his skill level, sometimes the sheer size of Aldridge goes overlooked.
Yeah, and he's not afraid or hesitant to play bully ball. I mean, on that block, he gets that body leans into that street jump shot of his, and he can make you look bad.
A different look for Utah. Ed Davis is checked in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Joe Ingles in for Bogdanovich. San Antonio also making some changes. Trey Lyles checked in for Aldridge. Nicholson comes in for Walker, and it's White in for Ricky Rubio. Now here's Che. Game. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Outside Conley. 1:43 left in the first quarter. Robinson with the block.
Making an impact with his defense. I know how important that is to Che in every game he plays. He wants to get it done at both ends.
Now here's White. Following the shot by Davis. White, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. Inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Joseph, he's checked in for Mitchell. And Maria subbed in for Mike Conley. Spurs also with the sub. Murray's checked in. The D bit on that pass fake, and that freed him up.
And, you know, Barea is a fairly consistent three-point threat. You can't sleep on him out there.
And White kicks to Lyles. Spurs working the ball around now. White against Barea. White, good.
Mike.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And so it's Barea with it. He'll bring it up for the Jazz.
フローターじゃなくて
8-point game.
普通にやってますね。
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Barea's got 5 now.
It's hard to know what Barea is going to do in the pick and roll. I mean, he keeps the defense off balance, and not only is he an excellent passer, but he's a very good shooter out of the pick and roll, too.
Gobert with the block.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Gobert with the block.
やり返された。
Joseph with the ball. Shoots. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the San Antonio. Utah ends up going with the new group. Outside, White. Pass to Aldridge. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. It's good. He's got 8.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out.
Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Davis. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 spot. That's the group right now for Utah. Utah gets it back. Davis kicks to Conley. The Jazz again can't hit it.
It's hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea, in the last game against the Mavericks, delivered in a major way. He ended up with 8 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. Another fantastic showing in what has been a great stretch of basketball for him. Kevin, we'll see if he can keep it going tonight.
Thanks, David. You know, GA, you wonder how much of that performance can carry over into this one.
You never really know what will happen game to game, but I sure wouldn't bet it might be that third thing you can count on.
Yeah, I agree. A model of consistency, and that starts with culture and chemistry and commitment. And they play smart, they play together, and they rarely beat themselves. And that's one of the reasons the Spurs have been one of the greatest pro sports franchises in history over the last 25 years.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball. At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
絶対コンビ、絶対コンビ。じゃあミッチェルだった。
And right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Mitchell's got a pair of triples in the second half for the Jazz. And that concludes the first half. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. Here's a great Popovich is starting in the second half. And Aldridge, the veteran forward pair. Then it's Ricky Rubio. Then it's Robinson. And it's Walker in at the 2. Robinson with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at the Nuggets. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
Well, I think for the Spurs, they're really happy with the way they're playing. Definitely on the upswing. Everyone doing their part.
All right, Clark, game is on the line. One free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
決めんかい。
Go with your colleague in mind.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great name.
Man, he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
ああ、よく入れた。
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Pass to Gobert. Lays it up and banks it in. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Rubio, the pass to Shea. And it's going to be out of bounds. Take it. Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot from the spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
You look at Mitchell. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities in All-Star Weekend, but maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody hits that perfect score.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
King against Bogdanovich. The pass to Mitchell. Jacks up a three, and the Jazz another three.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich, the shooter keeping it high field and open for the open man.
Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players and switches. He straddles those two needs better than any.
Shooting their fourth attempt at the free throw line right here.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
5点差.
Jazz trail by 5. Pass to Olynyk. With the floater, and it's laid up and in by Conley. Conley's got 7 points.
一瞬外れたって思うんだけど、ボード使ってんだよね。
Murray finds Robinson. Back to Murray. There's 38 seconds left to play in the third.
Oh, nice.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Conley feeling it out. He's looking for Olynyk and finds him.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backcourt. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game. And let's help them stake this lead.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
Jazz trail by 8.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Here's Conley. From deep three-point range. No good on the last second attempt there. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter.
Skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with the lead, and it's Davis in at the center, locking down the middle. It's the group right now for Utah. Here's Olynyk following the bucket by the Spurs. Conley finds Bogdanovich. The shot. Shea grabs the miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
ナイス。
And that one's good by
いい
Gay.
速攻や。
Gay has made a great transformation over the years from a traditional wing to somebody who scores all over the court, including inside.
また止めるぞ。
Now, here's Mitchell to the paint. Here's Conley. And it's White with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And he comes up with the deuce. 8 points for Robinson.
You'd love for all your shots to come from that range. Che, always going to cash in on a chance like that.
They need a good offensive
いい
possession.
ねいいね。
Yeah,
どん
they've
どん
gone a long time without a
差を
ball.
広げるぞ。
Mitchell dishes to Conley. Stolen by Robinson.
よし、ラッキーラッキー。
Right side to Walker. Puts one up from 19. Tries again. And the call on the shot. It sends in to the line. It goes on Ed Davis.
We've got one of the hardest working players in the league at the line here. Che works hard on all aspects of his game.
Rudy Gobert is checked in for Utah. Ricky Rubio checked in for San Antonio. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end. Really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those are things that I did pretty well.
Now, here's Walker. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. And that one's good to go from Shea.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Now, here's Conley.
抜かれんなよ抜かれんな
On
よ。
the wing, Mitchell. Guarded by Walker. And here's Conley outside. The Jazz with another miss.
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And Rubio kicks to Aldridge. Walker the pass to Rubio. Shea, high post. Shot clock at 6. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Conley. Gay with the
あー
block.
ナイスブロック。
Gay using his reach and bounce to perfection to block the shot.
Robinson with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Pass to Rubio. Back to Gay. Pass to Che. Aldridge against Olynyk. There's Walker with the three. No good. Shot missing. And it's Utah the other way. Bogdanovich looking around.
OK。簡単に打たせない。
Mitchell against Rubio. Outside Conley. They could use a bucket. Buries it from three-point range.
And this pumps the whole team up. Conley's shooting ability brings energy and excitement. And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for San Antonio.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders. And on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Che.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Mitchell wide open. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Well, that's one way he can finish. But far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Walker in the post, covered by Mitchell. Rubio taking his time here. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Michael Conley picks one up.
It's a good idea to foul Rubio there. I mean, he shot well under 40% from the field for his career, but at the line, he's north of 80%.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win,
チームのために頑張っていきたいと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。
You can go on the road and win.